Have you ever had a feeling that was so strong, so powerful, it felt like it could leave a mark on the world itself? Well, we're going to explore that exact idea today, and it's hidden inside the beautiful, timeless wisdom of classical Korean poetry, which we call Hanzi. Come on, let's uncover a story about a love that truly never fades. So take a look at these lines from an 18th century poem. Right now, they're probably just mysterious characters on a screen. But what if I told you they hold this incredibly powerful story about love and loss and memory? What kind of story could possibly be locked away inside these symbols?
You know, that's really the question at the very heart of what we're talking about. We're about to see how a poem written centuries ago can speak directly to something we all feel, that challenge of holding on to someone in our hearts long after they're gone.
Our guide for this is an 18th century poet named Kang Se-hwang, and the poem itself is called Nosang-so-gyeon, or Nosang-so-gyeon. It has this beautiful, simple translation, seen on the road. So let's start peeling back the layers on the mystery of what exactly he saw.
Now, to really understand those final mysterious lines we started with, we actually have to go all the way back to the beginning of the poem. We need to see the world through the poet's eyes, to see what he saw in that moment.
The poem opens with this line. Just listen to the sound of it in Korean. Neung-pa-ra-mal 편편. It kind of has this light, almost musical dancing quality to it, doesn't it? Okay, so let's break down what these characters actually mean.
All right, let's dig into the meaning behind that beautiful sound. The first character, Lining, means to cross. Then we have pa, which means wave. After that is ra for silk, and finally mal for socks. So we've got these pieces, crossing waves and silk socks. So how do they all fit together?
When you put it all together, the line just paints this picture of incredible grace. The poet is describing a woman who's moving so elegantly, so lightly, that her feet barely seem to touch the ground, almost like she's walking on water. But this isn't just a simple description. There's something much deeper going on here. And this is so cool. The poet isn't just saying, oh, she's a graceful woman. By using this very specific phrase, Neung-pa-ra-mal, he's referencing a famous classical story about a goddess. He's deliberately elevating the woman he sees into this divine, almost mystical being. Just that one choice of words shows us how deep and pure his affection for her is. But just as quickly as this incredible vision appears, she's gone. The whole feeling of the poem just shifts completely in the very next line, as this goddess-like figure disappears from his view.
The second line goes, 일종문갱 요요연. Can you just hear the difference in tone? That light, airy feeling is gone. It's replaced by something heavier, more final.
So the key characters to look at here are 총, meaning double or layered, and mon, meaning gate. Together, you get double gate, which already sounds like a place of separation. And those final characters, yaoyen, they give you this feeling of something fading way, way into the distance until you just can't see it anymore.
So this isn't just a simple goodbye. That double gate is meant to be an impassable barrier, like a point of no return. She has vanished into a place where the poet can't follow. And just like that, his beautiful vision is gone. Okay, so now we can finally go back to those mysterious lines from the very beginning. With the context of this beautiful but fleeting moment, their true meaning is really going to start to snap into focus. Now that she's gone, what is left behind?
The third line is 유유 대종 짠셀자. And this is the emotional heart of the entire poem. This is where the poet's focus shifts from the woman who disappeared to what's left in her place.
Let's break this one down. Wei means only. Duoqing translates to something like full of feeling or affectionate. And then sanxie means lingering snow. You know, the snow that hasn't melted yet. And here's the crucial part. The poet isn't just looking at the snow anymore. He's projecting his own feelings onto it. The snow is now affectionate.
And the final line, it just completes the whole image. Gyeokrin yu indanjangbyeon. This line gives a real, tangible, physical form to the memory she left behind. The key words here are jihong, which means the trace of a clog, basically a footprint, and then you have liuyin, which means to remain stamped or imprinted. See? It's not just a mark, it's a lasting impression.
And so, the whole picture comes together. Only the affectionate lingering snow remains, where a clog print is left stamped beside the short wall. The woman is gone, but something of her is still there. Not her, but the proof of her.
preserved in the snow that the poet now sees as being full of his own affection. It's just this incredibly poignant image of how memory really works.
And this just perfectly illustrates the poem's central idea, right? The person he felt so much for is gone, she's inaccessible, she's behind that double gate, but the feeling itself, his love for her, hasn't gone anywhere. It remains as clear and as real as a footprint left in the snow.
So you see, the lingering snow isn't just frozen water, and that clog print isn't just a random mark on the ground. The snow becomes a symbol for the poet's pure feelings, which are refusing to just melt away with time. And the print? That's the permanent mark her memory has stamped right onto his heart.
So, this poem is so much more than just a story about a fleeting moment on a snowy road. It's this profound piece of wisdom. It's like a gift from the poet about the very nature of love, of memory, and how we carry people with us long, long after they're gone.
This is really the ultimate takeaway from Kang Se-hwang's amazing poem. The people we love might leave our sight, but the feelings we have for them, that pure, deep affection, it can endure. It becomes a part of who we are, like an imprint that never, ever fades.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? The poem is really an invitation to look at our own lives and think about the imprints that have been left on our own hearts. So I'll leave you with this question. What beautiful traces, what footprints in the snow do you carry with you?